So what's going on, everyone? How's everyone doing? Now I know it's been a while. It's been a long, long, long while. I'm back. Had to take a little hiatus. A lot of job changes, you could say. So I had to take a little break. I'm back with it. I wanted to kick it off with this Kendrick album that I'm excited to have in my possession, I guess, like we all do. So let's get into this review. I'm excited. I've been waiting for another Kendrick project. Literally, probably like the day after the Pimp a Butterfly dropped. So 2 years now, a little over 2 years. And we finally got it. We finally got Damn. Interesting title. Interesting album cover. But we're going to get into my thoughts on this album. And all this great and fun stuff. We're going to get into it, guys. Check it out. So, of course, if you heard the album, it opens up with blood. Now, it doesn't open up to a rap song or a song coming after it, like within that track. It opens up where Kendrick sees this woman struggling, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go help her out. You know, at first when he's like, are you looking for something? I'm thinking, you know, he's when he says he asks her if he's looking for something, they're talking about God. But then she's like, she flips it on him, and then she shoots him, and then he dies. And then it flips into the next song. I just thought that was interesting in itself. And in the beginning of this album, and also at the end, he says a quote in it. So I was taking a walk the other day. And I'm like, what does he mean? Like, I don't... Again, this album's only been out for a brief period. I guess you could say, you know, this is probably going to take us a month or so or whatever to let it soak in, understand it all that fun stuff. But I'm curious to know what he means when he says, so I was taking a walk the other day. I'm curious. If you know what it is, comment down below. I'm curious, you know? Then he jumps into other songs like, yeah, and Element. People are saying Element is talking about Big Sean when he's like, if I gotta slap a pussy ass nigga, I'ma make it look sexy. We don't know. People are saying a lot of these songs are relating, or lines are relating to Big Sean, and I'm like, I don't believe it. I don't see it. But that's nonetheless. One of the songs that I really liked on this album had to be Fear. Fear was interesting. The first verse, Kendrick talks about, he's like, in the perspective of his mother. So his mother's talking to him, pretty much saying that you should fear me. Like, over everything else, fear me. And Kendrick is 7, going by what is being said in this verse. Then you go into verse 2, where Kendrick is 17, and he's talking about what he fears when he's 17. And then, like, it's just interesting. The song is interesting to begin with, because you see his progression, like all of us. I'm sure what we fear when we were like little kids is different from what we feared when we're adults, of course. Like, you may not have the same fear of spiders or snakes or a teddy bear or something. Like, it's just interesting to me, just how he put that in perspective, in a song form. It was interesting. Probably the next thing that I want to get into would have to be the song called Love. Now, Love is interesting in the fact that when I first heard this, I'm like, what? I'm not used to seeing Kendrick, like, on a song that sounds like this. And the artist that he featured on, he's up and coming, which is cool. Like the hook, it was cool, but it was interesting. The song sounded very radio friendly. Like I can see this being played on the radio. Interesting. Of course, it's like a love song. Yeah, it's whatever. That was interesting to me. Just going throughout this album, it was interesting. He says a line that Jay-Z said in Loyalty with Rihanna, like, or in the song Yeah, and that, like, he's I guess say referring to or paying homage to Juvenile. Like, there's just different things in this album as I'm going through that I'm like, damn, like Kendrick. One of the songs I loved on this was Duckworth, and this is like a story of pretty much of how Kendrick got to where he is in a sense. You find out by the end of the song, spoilers here for you guys that didn't listen to it, that, you know, Top Dog used to rob this place that Kendrick's father used to work at. And I guess Kendrick's father made some type of deal with him where they gave him food whenever he come in. And, you know, I guess that spared his life, and Top Dog didn't shoot him. And that it's like, hey, 20 years later, they meet in a studio and they reminisce, and like that one incident could have made, I guess you could say, the greatest rapper alive, as Kendrick says it in the song, not be here. And it's just interesting how that like little thing can have such an impact on us. Like, we could not be listening to Kendrick had Top Dog shot Kendrick's dad and Kendrick's dad be dead. Like, that was interesting to me. Like, I was mind blown after that song. I was like, wait, what? And I had to replay it like a couple times, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. All in all, this album, there's a lot to it. I think the song God, the beginning of it, he says something in reverse. I haven't had the chance to replay it yet. I'll get to it. Or if you guys have a clip of it replaying so I can know what it says, link it down below. I'm curious. I want to know what he's saying in reverse on, I'm pretty sure it's God, the end of the album. I'm super curious. Let me know your thoughts. Pretty much for this album, it was dope. Like, I was digging it. I can't complain. I was interested with the song. The song, I would say Triple X. I won't say XXX, yeah, whatever. Triple X with U2. I was like, wait, U2? That's strange. Like, isn't YouTube the group that kind of faded away now? Apple tried pushing their album on us a couple years back. Like, they were great at the time. Now it's kind of slowed down. But I just thought that was interesting. That's probably one of my songs that I like the most on it. Kendrick goes on. Like, it goes on as in, like, spazzes. Oh, kills it. And I gotta say, one of these things, Kendrick teases us with him spazzing on these records. With Element, DNA, the end after Feel. Like, Kendrick knows we like when he spazzes on a record. But he teases it so much. Like, the Heartport 4, when he killed it. Humble, killed it. Like, I was hoping for more Kendrick spazzing on it. But what we got was still good, still decent, can't complain. With that being said, guys, let me get my phone out. We're going to get into my top 3 songs. Now, my top 3 songs, of course, would have to be Triple X featuring U2, of course. My next one, like I said, has to be Duckworth. And then my last one would have to be Lust, because Lust was interesting. Since I didn't touch on that, that was pretty much Kendrick going through, things that we lust over. Going to the club and dancing with the girl, or like during these verses where he's going through, like he's like he just wants to put the head in and he'll respect the cat, and it's just like he's lusting throughout the song. It's interesting. And then the final verse here, Kendrick lusting in his own way, it was just interesting to me, and that's probably my song, top 3 song right there. All in all, I thought it was a dope album. Supposedly, it's rumored that Kendrick will have an album coming Sunday. Of course, nothing's confirmed by Kendrick, so the likelihood of that happening is probably super slim. But we don't know. We really don't know. With that being said, guys, I gotta rate this album with a 9. Tell me your thoughts down below. What are you feeling about this album? Are you liking it? Are you not liking it? What were you expecting? All that good stuff. All your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'm curious. I want to know everyone's opinion. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm back with these videos rolling. You down? You down for it? Let's go. See you guys later. Peace.